Drinking buddies, I'm really excited for this one. I've been trying to get my hands on as many of these Four Roses single barrel proof recipes, some different ones, so that we can do a comparison of multiple different recipes and also explain to you what the different recipes might mean. Let's go.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies. So I thought we would start by explaining how the letters in them work. So right here we have an O-E-S-O. How do you discern that? What does that mean? Well, first, you're going to ignore the first and third letters. They're meaningless. They're just there to distract you. So the O and the S on all of these recipes don't mean anything. So ignore them. But that second letter is going to tell you what the mash bill is. So if it's an E, that's going to be the 20% rye. Low rye for them, but that's high rye for some people. And then the B is going to be high rye, so 35% rye. And then that last letter, there's 5 varieties, so 2 times 5, meaning there's 10 different ones, is going to tell you which yeast strain they use. They have 5 yeast strains. B is known for its delicate fruit flavors. K is known for its slight spice flavors. O is known for its rich fruit flavor. Q is the floral yeast strain, and F is known for its herbal notes, or herbal notes, depending upon how you say the word herb. This is one of my favorite bottles right here, this Oeso. I love it. Let's go through the ones I have here. So this first one, they're up here in order of proof. So this is the lowest proof going to the highest. This first one is 11 years old, 7 months, OESF. So that's going to be the herbal yeast strain, low rye. It is 105 proof. Next up, OESO. It is 11 years, 3 months. This is going to be the low rye mash bill, and the O is telling us that it is rich fruit. This one right here is, and this is 108.4 proof. This one, a little bit higher octane. This one's going to be 115 proof. It is OBSO, meaning the B, it's the high rye, and the O, meaning it's the rich fruit flavor. I'm really curious to see how these two compare. And then last up, we have an OESO. We have an OESQ. So the E meaning it's the low rye, and the Q meaning it's the floral yeast strain. And this one's the big boy. This is 122.4 proof. So they range in proof pretty dramatically. And this one's 9 years, 11 months, and this one is 10 years. So they range in proof pretty dramatically. It does have a thing on here that explains to you what the 10 recipes are, but I broke it down a little bit more. I mixed them up. I don't know what's what, and I want to know which is the best of these 4. I borrowed this one from my good friend Jim, and I own these other 3. Let's find out what's the best. Ooh, caramel and brown sugar right off the bat. Slight herbal thing on the nose here. Not mint. Not dill either. I don't know what you'd call it, but the herbal tea, I guess. That is, wow. I don't know if I'm just having a lot of those things bouncing around in my head right now, but I would call that fruity. I would call that floral. I would call that herbal. That's got a lot of those things going on. Mouthfeel is a little thin, but the finish is fantastic. The finish is really floral. Oh, this is special. That's a good nose. This is a unicorn nose. This is very floral, very sweet, very mapley, and dank like old wet wood, damp books. This is a special nose. Rye spice. A lot to unpack here. A lot of fruit going on this one. red fruit, like raspberries. Wow, that's really good. That's a high rye, I think. If I had to guess, I think that's our high rye here, and I think this one could be our lowest proof because this was tasting considerably hotter than that. But I don't know. I haven't tasted the rest yet. I don't know what I'm trying to guess. Similar nose to 2. Exceptional. Herbal. Brown sugar, very sweet. Danky, dank. Wet wood. Man, I sometimes change my mind when I go through these the second time, but I feel like they're getting better. That is really, really good. Man, maple, rye spice again, but these are, I mean, the lowest rye here is 20% rye. That's still pretty substantial. I should get rye spice on all of them. Herbal tea, leather shoes coming through on this guy, and tobacco. Some of those really old bourbon notes are coming through on this one. That's the hottest one so far, but that's the best one so far, I think. This is the highest proof though, so far. You know what I'm learning here is these things just have a really, really special nose. This is, yeah, I keep saying herbal tea because it's not the dill or the mint thing that I normally get off of like a rye, or it's herbal tea. I really don't know how, chamomile, maybe chamomile. I'm not doing a very good job of describing this one, but herbal and floral, sweet brown sugar, bourbon vanilla for sure. These are good. These are wild. I can't recommend it enough. If you see these Four Roses single barrel proofs, grab them. Once again, I don't know if I mentioned this. These two came from Total Wine. This one came from a great place in Tucson, Arizona called Union Public House. And this one came from Sam's Club. So they're available, you know, at Sam's Club and Total Wine. It's not something that's impossible to find. Now, when they get them in, they're probably going to sell all of them that day. But you might be able to go into the store and ask the manager and say, hey, I'm really interested in a Four Roses single barrel proof. Can you tell me when you might be getting some in? And show up that day, and when they open, and you might be able to get one. Oh. Oh, Lord. That is good. Yeah, sorry, I guess I should give some tasting notes, not just me likey. Let's see. I'm gonna say there's a fruity thing going on here. I definitely wouldn't say that it's cherry. Yeah, cherry. So let's unpack this. We got cherry, we got brown sugar, we got bourbon vanilla, and we have that herbal thing going on here. Rye spice, some floral notes. I generally say that Four Roses is called Four Roses because it tastes like flowers. It seems to be ringing true here because I think I've gotten a floral note off of all four. I feel like these two are really special and these two are really good that are like a step behind. But I'm gonna go through them again. This often changes when I go through my second time. One more note before we go. Huge medicinal cherry just came through on here that I didn't get the first time. Maybe my palate's opening up a little bit. Oh, that's a good note. Wow. They're right back in the running. All right, drinking buddies. So there is a really good reason that I like to go through these a second time, because this is the one that immediately jumped out at me as being my favorite on the first time through. And then after going through them a second time, kind of letting my palate adjust, it's now my least favorite. And there's a very specific reason for it. I think it's our highest proof one. And you know me, I'm a proof hound. but it is drinking considerably hotter than 120 proof. Now that could be because these are so much lower, but this is drinking like it's about 130 proof to me, and it's just coming off as too hot. I still like it. I'm not trashing on this bottle at all. I like it a lot. It's just easily the weakest up here, and that became really obvious the second time through. The one that really stands out is Glass 4. That's the number one. My second favorite is actually Glass. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Anyway, my favorite is Glass 4. My second favorite is Glass 1. And then my third favorite is Glass 3. 2. These are the two that might throw me off, but I'm pretty sure I know which these two are. This one I feel like is almost 100% the Oeso. I just recognize the flavor and I really, really like it. And I don't know if maybe my brain is associating the flavor that I know as the flavor that I love. Could be something like that, but that's Oeso, I'm pretty sure. This is, I believe, going to be the OESQ. And then this one tasted older right here. So this is going to be the OESF, and this one's going to be the OBSO. This is the OBSO. Oh, wait, no. Oh, hold on. I got to reverse that. Let me figure out which one's more rye. It's hard to tell because this one is higher proof than this one, and this one's high rye. And proof can often be confused for more rye notes because the rye notes are spicy and heat is spicy. But I think that this one, I'm going to go with this one being the high rye. So this one right here is the OBSO, and this one is the OBSF. So, sorry, I'm going to turn them towards me so I can do this correctly. OESO, OESQ, OESF, OBSO. And I'm going to keep them turned towards me because I'm going to have to look at them here in a second. All right, let's figure out if I'm right. Let's go with my least favorite first. So that was this one. So it was the OESQ. Next up, I said this one was the older one. Yeah, OESF. So no, I had these two backwards. I was so close on it though. I went back and forth. This one is, yep, this guy here. So the OESF, which means my favorite was the OESO. Yep, 100%. Okay, well, I nailed two of them and I mixed these up. I was so close on them, but I even wavered on it. And I thought this one has to be the high rye, and I wavered on it and I didn't go with it. But you can't queen sweep them all, drinking buddies. But yeah, what did I learn here today? I learned here today that Four Roses single barrel proofs are fantastic. Buy them. They're a unique expression each time because there is 10 different recipes, and all of those things can be affected by where it was aged in the rickhouse, which rickhouse, how long it was aged. So each one of these is going to be dramatically different than the last. All gonna be good. Four Roses doesn't put out bad stuff. Cheers, drinking buddies. Thanks for watching.